Welcome to Finder Tech Lab. This is a free course. Per the YouTube algorithm, please comment, like, share, and subscribe the channel in helping to create more videos. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the training. Let's dive into the lesson.
Now let's dive into Paint. Microsoft Paint is one of the applications that we use for drawing. Anytime that you want to draw any shape, the application that comes with Microsoft Windows is Microsoft Paint. Microsoft Paint helps us in designing any shape that we want. We can get some shapes from there. We can design the shapes ourselves. Then we use them to attach to any document that we want to create. So to do any designing work or to do any drawing work, the main drawing work, we use the Paint itself. We have advanced applications like Cora, Photoshop, and those things that we use for designing. But this particular application is just a basic application that comes with the Windows. Anytime that you want to do some basic design or basic drawing, that's where we go with the Microsoft Paint. So we will dive into the application to study how this application works. So we go to our start, we move our scroll bar down to the accessories folder. We have the Windows accessories. You deploy this thing, the folders, you see Paint. Just click on the Paint. Good. This is how the Paint application looks like. You can see the Paint application window is also having the same features of the Windows that we talked about earlier. So always make sure that you make good use of these tools. You know their names, because the advanced applications you are going to see all these Windows features. So if you are able to learn them well, you are good to go. Now we have our title bar. The Windows control is also here. We have some of our standard tools, the undo and the redo, and the save button. Anytime you want to know the names of any shape or symbol that is on Windows application, just put your mouse pointer on it. It will display the name for you. We have our file, which is the menu bar. There is the menu bar. We have our home. We have our view, and each of them have informations under them. When we talk about the menu, we say the menu is having additional options of instructions or information. So when you go to the home, this is the home ribbon. The ribbon means it deploys the information that is under that particular home. So when you come to view, we have the view ribbon also, which we have the zoom in, zoom out, the percentage, then some rule and the guidelines and the full screen, how you want your document, the windows should be look like. If you want it to be in a full size, all those things, you can zoom it to a bigger size. The text, that is the work of the zoom. So we shall be coming to some of these things later. Now when you come to the home, these are some of the tools that is going to guide you in your drawing aspect. Then we also have our file, where we have our save, we have our new. All those things are here. Anytime you want to do any new thing, you just go to that site. So quickly I will talk about some of the tools that we have here. We have our the color tools. We also have the shape tools are here. We also have all this falls under these tools. This also another tools. These are also part of the tools, but these ones are for it's an image to resizing. Then we have our clipboard, where we have our copy, paste, and the cut. So this is the cut, copy, and the paste. These are the things that we talk about in Windows. So it's the same thing that is going to be, they all have the same function, but this one is going to be you copying an object, which is going to be either a shape or any of the design shapes that you did. So how we apply it in Windows when we were copying, cut, and pasting of folders is the same thing here, but this time you are going to either copy or cut a shape from one place to another. Now let's see how effective all these tools are. Anytime you want to know the names of these tools, you just put the mouse pointer and we have the line. So when you want to pick a tool, you just click on it once, that is pressing the left mouse button. When that tool is active, you will see there is a shape around that tool. So you come to your workspace, just click and drag to get the shape. We have another tool here, which is the triangle. You only click on it, you click and drag to expand to get that shape. We have different shape. Any shape that you want, just go and click on the ellipse or the oval. You click on it. As soon as the shade has gone onto that tool, meaning it's active. If it's on different tool and you want to draw, it's going to draw that previous tool. So you make sure that the tool that is being selected is the one that the shade is on. So you click and drag to get your shape. If I want my rectangular shape, just go by this way. We have the rounded rectangular shape. So all of them, they have their name. Just put your mouse pointer on them for just a second. It's going to display the name for you. We also have polygons. We have a square. Then we also have that is the hexagon. You can maximize your work so that you can get more design or shapes on your workspace. You can resize your workspace if it's too small. We all know how to resize windows. It's the same thing that we are applying here. So if you are able to know how to resize your windows, when you get to any of the advanced applications and the size of them are small for you, you just put the mouse pointer on the edge, click, change to these resize buttons, click on it, expand it to get more space. Now if I want to design some of these stars and arrows, just click on them, you click and drag. These ones are already shapes that are there for you. So excuse me, we shall be moving on to how to design some of these shapes ourselves, or we want to how to draw them ourselves. So take note of that. So this one is just something that we are taking this already shapes as what I'm defaulting. Now let's see how we can erase any of these shapes. We have our tools here. If you realize that now what I design is not exactly what I need, we have the eraser tool, we have the pencil tool for drawing, we have the fill with color, then we have the text tool. If you want to write, you need to use this one, and this one is for the magnifier for increasing the size. If you want to, you are not able to see the shape, where you can use it to increase or reduce the way the size of the whole thing is. Then we also have the pick tool, like the pick color tool. Anytime you want to pick a color, we use this. So we are going to apply our hands on it also and see how it also works. We have the brush tool also here. So let me quickly take the eraser tool and let's see how it works. So you click, when you pick the eraser tool and you realize that the tool is too small for you, you can either select a size that you want. So let me click and drag to erase, click and drag to erase what you don't want. So this is how we do we use the eraser tool. If I want to clean all this, I can go by it, cleaning the whole thing. So that is the work of the eraser tool. Anytime you want to erase anything that part of the shape that you don't want, you use the eraser tool. Now let's come to our fill with color. We have the colors that are here. So anytime that you want to deal with any color work, you have to make sure that you know the color you are dealing with. You just click on the colors that we have different colors. these are the colors that are here. The one that you want to apply, you make sure that you click on it. If I click on it, where we have the one, some of the applications you see this color, this box will be on the second box. This second box is telling you that the color that is there is white color that is there, but your current color that is going to pick is the one that is going to be the one where the one is, that is the one that is going to fill the object for you. Other applications, as I said, this box, one is on top of one and the one is at the back with the white, and the current one with the color is having the shape on it. So the one on top is the one that its color is going to apply to that particular object. So when I change the color to this yellow, you can see here also change. So the two is still one, meaning the original color that is there is still white. Now after you finish picking the color, you can take the fill with, that is the fill with color. You just come to the object where you want to apply that color, you pour that color into it. As soon as you click, it's going to fill it for you. That is how we fill objects with color. That is how we fill object with color. You can change the color that you prefer. See, as we click on, the color changes. So this is how we fill objects. Now we also have our pencil tool. This is my pencil tool, and the color that is there is green. So if I'm going to draw, the color of the pencil is also going to be green. So the color work over there is very, very important. You have to take note of that. When you will select white and this place is white, your background here is white. When you are drawing, see, as I click and I'm dragging, I'm not seeing anything. But as it crosses this, it shows sometimes that there's a white passing by. So you have to take note of the color that you are using. So let me take it back to black. See, when I pick black, I'm able to see the work of the pencil. So always make sure that as you are drawing or doing any shape and realize that the color is not showing or the pencil is not showing, go and check your color, which type of color are you using. Now the color picker, when I select this, let's assume this color is difficult for me. I'm having some difficulties in identifying this 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. So what I will do is, after me pick this thing, I'll come and click on it because I need the same color. I can't identify them here. You just take your color picker, come to the object, because since this is the one I need, just click on it. Look at the color that is, the color that is black. When I click here, it's going to change to that color for me. You can see that the color here is now exactly what I need. So you come to your container or the fill with color tool, you click on it. Since now the color is the same color, that you just come and click here, so you are going to get the same thing. That is how sometimes we call that particular pick color or pick tool. So you take note of that symbol. That symbol is always for picking like colors, things that is complicated for you to identify. So when you click on it, you come and click on the current one that you need, you will see that that color is going to be applied to where the current place is supposed to be, the color you need to use. So we take note of that. We also have the brush that is here. We have different type of brush. Click on the drop down arrow. There are different brushes that we have here. If you want the spray, you can take the spray. That one also, which color do you want to use? You select the color that you want to use. Like when you want to spray your own car, the spraying work, you click, you drag. As you click and you are dragging, it's spraying for you. Like the spraying tool that they use when those mechanics are trying to spray their cars or objects in the fitting shops. So you can see that it's spraying it for me. So when you go back and take the brush, we have the brush that maybe if you want to do painting, you want to paint your room or paint something, and when you click on it, then you drag, you click once you drag. So it's like after you put your brush into the paint, you paste it on the wall, then you start brushing. That is how it is. The same thing applies to as for the, you can be clicking when you are using the spray, you can be clicking also, it works. So you can see the differences. But one thing about this, as you are brushing, it will be difficult for you to brush it well. Sometimes you can cross the line. The same thing applies to the spraying. You can cross the line, but with the fill with color, that one, it will fill the whole thing exactly for you. So that one can fill the whole thing exactly for you without any mistake. So more time we normally use the fill with color. The fill with color, it helps us to do the work simple. But for unless where you have a small space where it's left, that is where you have to make sure that you use either the brush or the spray to do that. But the fill with color will just fill the whole thing complete for you. Now when you are filling these things, you have to make sure that there shouldn't be any space, especially when this design, when you clean this portion and you fill this color into it. When you use the fill color, you will see that it will, as soon as you fill or you pour it, it will pass, some will pass here and to fill the whole screen. So you take note of that. Let me do an example. This is what I mean. So that is where you can use the undo. So we start using some of the to undo means take me back to my previous status, and redo means take me to the current status again. So take note of that. So always when you want to if you want to fill your object, make sure that the object is complete close. If there's a space and you pour your paint, or if you fill it with the paint to, it's going to pour it outside and the whole thing will be filled with that color. So take note of that. Now the next I want to talk about some of the tools. Now we've learned about this. Let's come to the text tool. This one, anytime I want to write anything, we use this one. Always where the A is for the text. You see that is a text. Insert the text into your pictures. Yeah, I can write into this. I'll give a name to it. I can decide to, if I want to write title, I can come and click somewhere here and say shapes. So always the color that you are dealing with, you can see my current color here is green. If I want to change it, I can just come and click black is active now. Then you only come and click where you want it to be. So you can see that is how we go about the text tool as well. When you are done, you can go and pick different tool. So the text, it will give you the opportunity, if you after highlighting you want to, you give you the opportunity to change the sizes if you want it to be big. Then we all learn about the resizing. Anytime you see these notches around, you can use it to resize any object. Any object. It's not only windows alone that will resize. These shapes that are here, if you want to resize them, you can resize them. So we have what you call the shape, then also the select tool. I may decide to pick this tool, then highlight, click. We all learn how to highlight or select folders, files on the desktop. Is the same tool that we are going to use here, but this one we are selecting shapes. So you click and drag around it. This one you don't just click on it because it's a drawing that we're drawing, so we draw. So what you have to do is you only click and drag around it. There are other shapes that you need to really just click on it to get the control tools. These ones are what we call the control tools, the ones that are around it. So we can use this one to either resize and resize this, then resize this, because that is the select. We use the select to highlight the whole thing and we are controlling it. When you want to move it, you see this sign has changed to a plus with an arrows at the mouth. This is always used for moving. You can use it to move this object to another place. So you take note of that. So there's some of these things we shall be dealing with them in Microsoft Word. So I just don't want us to go much into deep here. What I want you to know is how to draw these shapes. So I want to erase some of these things here, and one way of doing that, I can decide to highlight all of them and delete them, or use a simple command to clear all of them. Or if I want, I can take a new that is a new file. So when I come to new, to ask me, do you want to save, I will say no, because I don't need this one. So but the second one, I'm going to use the second way of word clearing. That is the new. Whenever you are working and you realize that I finished working with this, I'm done with this one and I want another one, you can use the new. Then it will create another workspace for you to do your work over there. So meaning the first one, you need to save it. Then the second one, also you give a different name to it, because they are all different work. Now, as we were picking some of this designing, I picked some of them and I left some of them also, meaning I want to do something with them. This curve tool is one of the tools that I didn't tackle yet, so we are going to work with that one. You click on it to draw a curve. Maybe you have some kind of shape that you want to do, that you want to draw. The shape is going to be in the form of a curve, so you click on it, you drag to get your first straight line. The rule for this curve line is that after you drawing the first straight line, you have two options for clicking to resize how you want your curve should be. So after you finish doing this, you come to not the middle, come to one side of it, either the top of it, click and drag it up. Then when you come to this side also, you can remove the pointer, should be at the down outside, not at the middle. You click and drag, then you are able to get your curve line. So when you are doing something like a flying flag, you can use this curve to do that work, which will be perfect for you. So you can see the third one, if I want to go by third one, to be drawing another line for me. So meaning as this one has also drawn, I need another two options. I can use this one, I can use this one, how I want it to be. So you can make sure that you click, then you, as you are dragging, you watch how the shape is. Is it okay for me? As soon as you release your hand from the button, that means you don't have any option again, that means it has ended. So when the select control tools pop up, meaning you need to do another drawing. So I'm drawing another one again, then I move it this way, I move it this way, so I'm able to do the perfect shape. Now let's move on to the polygon. This is the polygon. The polygons, we have different polygons that are here. There are some few polygons, but you want to design it yourself. Like if you want to design like the star, five-sided, five sides of a polygon, like the pentagon, you can do those things. It's even easier, but you can do them yourself. So let's try an example of that. You click on the polygon tool. What you need to do is only you drawing the first size. So you click and drag to get the first size, then release your hand on the button. The rest is you gauging it and clicking. So when I look at this place, I want to draw the 5 size of a polygon. So you come to this place, which is the pentagon. You just gauge from here to here. You can see it's in line. So you click, then here also click, here also gauge, you click, then here also you just what click, you're able to get the 5 sides. If I want to draw like triangle also, what I need to do is I'll draw the first shape, then that is the first size of it. Then I'll come to the down here, gauge, then come to this side also and what gauge. This a simple way of designing or drawing my triangle. So any shape that you want to do, which is in different form, you can use this polygon tool to do that work. We can use it to design the stars that are here. Let me maximize the work and say star. All that you need to do is to draw your first size of it. This is the one of the size of the star. So when you click, you make sure your line have to be straight before you release your hand on your button. Then that is for the first side. Then the second one, that's for that one. You just need to gauge. You click, this and this has to be in line, so the point has to be here. Then it's like you flying. See, then this one and the one going down also has to be in line, so you have to put the point here, gauge. Then the leg, now you are able to see that here and here is in line. And now it's like the leg, you just open this one down, this one and the one here also have to be in line, so you have to gauge. You can see they are all in line. And the one here and this one also have to be in line, so you have to gauge. And the one here and the one here also have to be in line, so you see, check the ability point. This one can be somewhere, this one can be somewhere. Then now you can join it. You are able to draw your perfect star. So this is how it goes. Either you want, sometimes you go to some of the shapes where but it's not having the star over there, but if it is not there, you have to use the polygon tool to design it. So this is how we go about this thing. Let me use the magnify tool. Using the magnify tool, you click on it to make this thing larger for you to see clear. If you want it to go back, you just go and click on the magnify tool again and see what is giving this, making it big. So you need to reduce it. That is like zooming. When you come to the down here, this the size here, you can use the zoom button. You click and drag to reduce it, or the size to be for you. By default should be on 100%. That is the default size. You can click on this button to get your shapes. That is what the magnify is, the same like what you zooming out and zooming in your information. So this fill container, we have them here. If you want to change the color of a line, you can use the select. We use the select, we select the line that we want, and we use the line color to change it. So let's just go there and see an example of what we want to do. The home, let me just pick this one. After me highlighting, selecting it, I can decide to change, or if I want to delete it, you highlighting it, press your delete, it will take it off. So if you don't need anything, you can just highlight them, you press the delete to take it off. Now this is brief about paint. So I just want you to know how to use the tools, so that if you want to design, let's come to the pencil. Maybe you want to draw some map. This is how you click on the left mouse button. Once you move it, you drag it, you drag in that order until you are able to get what design or drawing exactly you want to do. So I'm just trying to draw some map of Ghana. This is how the map of Ghana looks like, example. So always you click, you practice. If you are able to practice the mouse work, how it works, you will be able to do something simple like what I'm doing now, then you're able to go. But if you don't, you are the type of person that you don't do practical works, you don't like practicing, you forget this. So I'm able to draw something like a map. So always try to do more practical works on the mouse. Try to use the mouse, try to drag things so that you'll be okay with how to move it. So this is an example of how to draw a map of Ghana. So you'll be drawing a lot of things, that complicated things, so try to do more practical works on how to use the mouse as well. Now if I want to save this file, I will just come to file, save as. This is a new work. Anytime that you create new file, new work that you create, you have to use the save as. The save as is used for saving a new file, and can be also used to change the name to another file as well. So you take note of that. But the save is used to add changes. Anytime that you have already existing work and realize that there are some changes that you made, when you want to save it the second time, you just use the save button. So the save button is used for modifying. Whenever we modify anything, we use the save to save those changes. We don't use the save as. The save as is always used for saving a new work or renaming or changing the work to another name. So take note of that. So when I click on the save as, to tell me, to ask me, you see the address is asking where are you saving this work to. So you have to make sure you know the location where you want to save your work. Maybe I want to put it in the study. The study folder is on our desktop, and I want to try work. The name, give a name to it. So as we click on study, this is the study folder. It's going to be added to this folders that are here. So what name am I giving to it? I said what it should be try work, or that try drawing. Try drawing. So what type of file? That is what we were talking about, that you have to know the extensions, the file formats. So this one is PNG. When you want it to be JPEG, all those things are there. We have the JPEG, then we have the PNG. More time we use the PNG and the JPEG if you are dealing with image work. But when you are in Microsoft Word and those things, they all have their different extensions. When you open the application, the default one is there for you. So I want to save it to this one. What to do? So always know the location where your file is going. Otherwise, when you come the next time and you want to come and open it, you will not know where that file is being located. So mine is in what? Study. So this, when I click here, you see what is in this. When I click on studies, these are the things that are in studies, which is about we have 5 folders that is inside. So I'm coming to add the try drawing also. So I click on save. So when I minimize this, try studies on the desktop. If I open study folder, you can see our work is there. So this is what we draw, example of what we did. So just take note of that. So this is how we go about